Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another breakdown for UFC Vegas 100. In the main one, we got Neil Magny taking in Carlos Prates. This should be a fun matchup there. If Prates is able to pass the Neil Magny test, he's probably going to be headed into the top 15 soon. In the co-main win, we got Cody Garbrandt, the former bantamweight UFC champion, taking in Mao Johns. We're going to see if Mao Johns is legit, because this is by far the best opponent that he's fighting, other than maybe Mario Batista. So we're gonna see Miles Johnson's top 15 level, and in the featured fight on the main card, we got Carolina Kowalkiewicz. She fought, I think, at one point she's like 10-0 undefeated. And she fought Joanna Jędrzejczyk. Now she's fighting Denise Gomes, up and comer. Denise Gomes making her way to the top 15 soon. So there's actually some fun matchups on this card, and I cannot wait to see it. We got Ricky Turcios taking a Bernardo Sopaj. I'm happy that Bernardo Sopaj is coming back, because he's actually a really talented guy. He's got a lot of talent. He can strike. He's got power on the feet. He can wrestle. All he needs to do is just work on that cardio management and just pace himself better this time. Because my lock of the week was on Vinicius Oliveira, and he was actually doing really well. I mean, I was kind of worried about that in the first couple of rounds, but he just kind of gassed out later. So hopefully he's managed to work on that cardio. We got Gerald Meerschaert taking on D Ritter. This guy is a champion in 1FC. He's coming over from 1FC now. We got Luana Pinheiro taking on Dylan Robertson. Should be a fun matchup there. We got Nicholas Dalby taking on Zaleski in a rematch. We got this guy Mansour Abdul-Malik taking on Dusko Todorović. He's coming over from Dana White Contender Series this year. Got a pretty good knockout finish. Not a knockout, it was a TKO ground and pound finish, I think. Let's do the breakdown, guys. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, and let's do this breakdown. First fight on the card, we got Gore taking on Antonio Trócoli. Now this should be a fun matchup. I am gonna pick Gore. I like his forward pressure. I like his striking. I think he's got more weapons on the feet. He's gonna have the better cardio also. Durability is solid enough. I mean, I don't want to see get KO'd by Cody Brandes, but Brandes is sometimes he looks good out there. Brandes is one of those guys. If he's having a pretty good night, he can knock you out. He can finish you by submission. And Brandes is obviously more proven at the UFC level, even though I don't like Brandes at all. Like when it comes to fighting, he's pretty horrible when it comes to putting a game plan out there and fighting to a game plan. But Brandes is pretty dangerous. He can wrestle. He's got power on the feet. And he fought. I was watching the Brian Battle fight back, and he was actually looking pretty good in that matchup, man. If he just threw more volume, he could have beat Brian Battle, I feel like. And Battle was trying to take him down. He couldn't take him down. He was up to the worst takedown of Battle and get on top of Battle in the second. I think it was late second, third round. He was attacking submissions as the Battle was going for a takedown. So I feel like if Trócoli tries to wrestle, he's probably gonna get caught up in a submission. But he's obviously the better BJJ guy here. But I'm not really a fan of Trócoli, man. I just think this guy is pretty horrible. Now he had a finish over Kenneth on Dana White Contender Series, but he got caught using steroids, so they turned that into no contest. Then he got suspended, I think, for like a 2-year suspension. So now he came back. They signed him to, I think, yeah, he was supposed to take an Ikram Alizkarov. You guys know what happened with that. I mean, Ikram ended up fighting Whitaker, and then he ended up fighting Shara Magomedov. So losing to Shara Magomedov is honestly not that bad. He had some good moments early, like he was trying to clinch Shara Magomedov early in the clinch, he was landing some good shots on the field also. So I don't know, like Crowley, like is he good? Is he not good? I don't think he's that good. Gore is coming back after a 2-year layout, so like that's kind of concerning for betting on him at 2-1. I'm gonna pick Gore. I just think that he's more talented, and he just hasn't had that same opportunity to build up his record like Trócoli. Right, Trócoli was fighting some bums outside the UFC. That's why he's 12-4. Whereas Gore has been fighting in the UFC for most of like his entire career. I mean, at this point, he fought on the Ultimate Fighter. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Gore. I'll go by Gore by maybe like a third round TKO or like decision. He could submit him too. I mean, even though Trócoli is a better BJJ guy on paper, I could see a world where Gore catches him in a submission later if Trócoli starts getting desperate for the takedowns and when he's really tired. So I'm gonna go Trajan Gore by finish, or like I could see him finishing him. Could be just a sloppy fight though. I'm gonna say Trajan Gore finishes him. Trajan Gore minus 180. Two-year layoff. Normally I don't want to bet on guys that are coming back after a 2-year layoff, but this is probably not a bad matchup for Trajan Gore. He was supposed to fight, I mean, earlier this year. He was supposed to fight AJ Dobson. He was supposed to fight Bo Nickal last year, so he's had a couple of cancellations. Gore had a shoulder injury, so hopefully he's 100% now. He's had some time since February 17th. Almost like over 6 months now, so he should be okay. He should be okay to go here. Next fight on the card, we got Cortavius Remivius taking on Gaston Bolaños. I'm gonna pick Cortavius. I think he's pretty good. He's the better MMA fighter. He can wrestle. He can strike. Is he kind of chinny? I mean, I think he is kind of chinny. Like he went out there and was trying to strike with Ramon Torres. Like, why not try to wrestle Ramon Torres? I guess he wanted to get a pretty big knockout. I think that was a main event. I mean, on that Dana White Contender Series card. So they had him in a main event. I mean, Dana White Contender Series. So the UFC's been pretty high on him. So he got KO'd by Ramon Torres. He was trying to loop, throw some looping hooks. He got countered by Torres. So he's got to be careful on the feet with Gaston Bolaños. Bolaños is he's got kickboxing experience. So he's a pretty good Muay Thai striker. But yeah, Bolaños' takedown defense is terrible, and I don't think he's the best MMA fighter out there. I'm gonna go Cortavius. I think he can wrestle. He can put a pace on him, and he looked pretty good on Dana White Contender Series. I mean, he couldn't finish the guy, but he was close to finishing him in some moments out there. He dropped him a couple of times, and he couldn't really get the finish though. But he was still able to wrestle, mix in wrestling and striking. So I'm gonna go with Cortavius. I think he can mix it up really well here. You can mix in the takedowns, control him on the mat, maybe get a submission, maybe get a ground and pound finish. He's not the biggest guy for the weight class, so he's only 5'4", so there's that. I mean, Bolaños is gonna be a bit bigger than him. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna go with Cortavius. I think he's gonna win this one. Cortavius minus 200. Damn, he opened up minus 550. Jesus Christ. Damn, the books don't have any respect for Bolaños. Under 2.5 rounds, minus 205. I think it goes under 2.5 rounds. Cortavius by like a submission, or like either he gets a submission or Bolaños gets a knockout. But Bolaños was getting taken down by Aaron Phillips. I mean, that's just a horrible look, and he couldn't put away Aaron Phillips, who's not even in the UFC anymore. He got cut right after that fight. Next fight on the card, we got Melissa Mullins taking on Claudia Syguła. So I watched tape on this girl, and like, she's not horrible. Like, she's fighting really low level opposition. When she fought someone that made it to Bellator, Carolina Sobek. I think she's a Bellator fighter now, or like PFL fighter. Yes, she fought in PFL and Bellator. She's gone like 0-3 in Bellator and PFL. Like, and getting subbed by Carolina Sobek is horrible look. She's got a couple of wins. I mean, she can. I've seen her go out there, shoot takedowns. I've seen her go out there, strike. She's gonna be the better striker here. The one thing I like about Claudia is the fact that she's gonna be throwing knees in the clinch. And we've seen recently Melissa Mullins has trouble when girls are throwing knees to her liver. Like, she can't take those. She can't recover from those knees to the liver and body. Nora Carnoli was able to hurt her really badly to the body. I mean, she missed weight for that fight. I think her and Carnoli both missed weight for that fight. So hopefully she's taking this fight serious, because she's dropped the ball as a minus 400 favorite there. She got dropped by Irina Alexieva, so like, damn, she's getting hurt a lot out there, man. I mean, I don't really like seeing that. Even Daria Jeleznikova was able to rock her early, then eventually, once he got that hate on Daria, she was able to like ground and pound her, finish her. I don't know, man. I'm not really that high on Melissa Mullins, to be honest with you guys. No. Claudia hasn't fought anyone. I mean, she's fighting absolutely bottom of the barrel WMA fighters out there. I'm really not sure how good she really is. But I like what I've seen from Claudia on tape. But I think eventually Mullins is gonna get that takedown. She's gonna be a lot stronger. Man, I really want to pick Claudia. I really want to pick Claudia, but I'm gonna go with Mullins. I think the wrestling is gonna be too much, and Mullins is fighting the UFC, whereas He's fought in Aries FC, which is not a bad promotion. I mean, her last 3 opponents are all in the UFC. I mean, Zaleski II was in the UFC now. Lexi was also in the UFC. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna go with Mullins to win by a decision. Melissa minus 235. I mean, Jesus, I'm good. I'm not betting here minus 200. Next fight on the card, we got Cody Stamann taking on Damon Blackshear. This should be a fun matchup. I mean, Damon Blackshear, I mean, he got ran through by Monto. That was just crazy. What was that, like 10 seconds? I think that was like 9 seconds. That was like 18 seconds. Okay. Jesus Christ. Stamann, I mean, Stamann's a good all-around wrestler. He's got good boxing also. He's really not that dangerous, so like he can like put a volume on you. I mean, he knocked out Eddie Wineland. I mean, come on, who has like Eddie Wineland was like 50 years old at the time. Damon Blackshear, I think he's gonna be the better submission grappler. He's gonna be a lot bigger. He's gonna have the size over Stamann. Also a lot younger, also 30 years old in his prime right now. Hopefully that knockout loss doesn't change the way he fights out there, because sometimes that does change people. He took that Batista fight on short notice, looked pretty good out there. Was close to winning that fight before he got taken on in that 3rd round. So Blackshear, as good as he is, he does get taken on by people out there. Even Free Boschrod took him down over and over, but Boschrod is a pretty good wrestler. I mean, all-around fighter. I'm gonna go with Blackshear to win. Normally he's finishing people out there when he's winning. Can he lock in a submission? I mean, I think he could lock in a submission. I mean, even though Stamann is really tough and durable, doesn't really get finished all that much. I'm gonna say that he goes out there, locks in a submission. I'll go with Blackshear by submission here. Blackshear right now is a minus 285. Damn, the odds are crazy on this card. Under 2.5 rounds plus 285. Damn, wouldn't hurt to sprinkle the under 2.5 rounds. Probably like, I mean, I get it, like why it's so high, the over 2.5 rounds minus 360, because Stamann is really tough and durable, but I could see a world where Blackshear catches him in a submission. Blackshear by submission is plus, no, the Stamann by submission plus 400. I mean, remember last week I told you guys usage law was getting that submission plus 900, and that came through, right? So I could see a world where Damon gets that submission off. I mean, you're this tall and long, and you have long arms. It's not hard getting a submission on people that are a lot more like stocky, right? Like not as big as you. Normally, when he's winning fights, I mean, it's normally by submission. Like, probably goes the distance though, more than likely, but I'm gonna go Blackshear by submission. Next fight on the card, we got Charles Radtke taking on Semelsberger. Now, Semelsberger, I've been fading Semelsberger. We can cut him a break. I mean, he lost to Urs Medic. I mean, he was actually winning that fight before he got KO'd later. He had some good moments early, like, and just kind of like fell apart later as Medic turned up the pressure on him. And then Jeremiah Wells fight. Some people think he won that fight. I was in Wells there. I bet Wells live at minus 110. So I was happy for Jeremiah got that decision. I mean, Jeremiah was able to wrestle him, take him down over and over, ground and pound him, but Semelsberger kept dropping him over and over. Like, he kept dropping him, kept knocking him down. Then obviously beat Jake Matthews because of with the knockdowns, right? Like, so if Semelsberger is able to like knock you down over and over, that's normally how he wins rounds. He doesn't win rounds based on volume. Normally he wins rounds when he's dropping people early, like, and just having big moments out there, right? So he actually dropped Alex Morono also, like, in the late second round. So the guy has a lot of power. He just doesn't know how to like put it all together. And he's kind of a gasser. He kind of gasses out later also. I picked Preston Parsons there. He took that fight on short notice, looked really good. No, I think Semelsberger was the one that took the fight on short notice, so he probably shouldn't have. But I guess he was trying to do UFC a favor there. Radtke, I like Radtke's grappling. I think he's going to be the better grappler here. He can wrestle. He can take him down, hold him down, maybe get a submission off. I'm gonna go with Radtke to win. I think losing to Prates is like not a bad. That's not bad at all. I mean, Prates is a menace, absolute menace, and he's able to hurt him to the body with the knee. And I don't think Semelsberger really is gonna be throwing knees out there, like body kicks out there like that. I'm gonna go with Radtke to win. I'm gonna go Radtke by. I'll go Radtke by decision. He can knock him out. I mean, he definitely could knock him out. But Semelsberger is pretty durable though. It's pretty tough, man. It took Medic till like the third round to knock him out. So the guy is pretty durable. I'm gonna go Radtke to just outwork him. But mixing takedowns, just outwork him, you know. Radtke right now is where the hell is he? There he is, -155. I'm gonna go Charles Radtke. Next fight on the card, we got Meerschaert taking on Dusko Todorović. I'm gonna go with Malik here. I think he's gonna be able to get those takedowns, and on the feet can knock him out. Also on the feet, Todorović obviously does have the youth experience, and he's been dealing with some injuries out there recently. Hasn't fought in almost 2 years. He fought Jordan Wright. I mean, knocked out Jordan Wright. He took Robocop the distance. I mean, that's not a bad look. He had some good moments in that fight. It was pretty competitive. I mean, the striking was pretty close. I'm gonna go with Malik. I think the physicality is gonna be a problem for Todorović. Todorović is probably the better technical striker, but Malik hits harder. Has not been KO'd like Todorović. Is not coming off an injury. I'm gonna go with Malik to get him out of there. TKO ground and pound finish. Malik right now is -340. I think Malik's gonna win this one. He showed even when people are trying to take him down and put a pace on him, he can still go out there and get a finish later. Cause West was like starting to take over. He was like turning up the pressure on him. And Malik was still able to like deal with that, you know. So I like seeing that from Malik. I think he's gonna win this one. Next fight on the card, we got Nicholas Dalby taking on Zaleski. This is a rematch. This is the second time they're fighting each other now. This should be a fun match though. Dalby is obviously one of those guys that has crazy cardio. He's 30 or 40 years old. I mean, doesn't fight like he's 40 years old. The guy fights like he's 25. To be honest with you guys, like that's the way he fights out there. Zaleski is obviously more dangerous. He's got more knockout power. He's got nice body kicks. He's got that capoeira striking style. He can take down, mix some takedowns also. So like Zaleski is gonna be the better all-around MMA fighter. But I feel like it's not gonna be easy holding down Dalby. Even Fakrina wasn't able to hold him down. And Zaleski, like he had some good moments in the Randy Brown fight. He was able to like backpack him, look for a submission. He couldn't get the submission off. So then Randy Brown was able to just piece him up at range. I'm gonna go Dalby here. I think that cardio and the pressure is eventually be too much for Zaleski. But yeah, this is gonna be a close fight, man. I like being on the Dalby side though, cause I know he's gonna go there, put a pace on him, and he's already been in there with Zaleski, so he knows what this guy, how his style is gonna match up against Zaleski. So I'm gonna go with Dalby. I'm gonna say Dalby wins in the scorecards by like a close 29-28 decision. Dalby right now is -118. I like being on the Dalby side. I'm on him at plus money, so hopefully he goes out there, fights smart. If that line gets wider, don't bet on him because it's gonna be a close fight. You don't want to be betting him at like -160, -150. Like -120 is probably not bad. But yeah, it's pretty close though. It's gonna be a close matchup. Next fight on the card, we got Pinheiro taking on Julian Robertson. I'm on Robertson. I'm pretty confident Robertson here. I've been fading Pinheiro forever. I picked Angela Hill pretty confidently. I was telling people like Angela Hill was gonna win that fight, man. The fact that Angela Hill was -135 was crazy. Because Pinheiro, we already know what kind of fighter he is, right? Like he's gonna go out there, like he can't get you out of there early. It's either gonna be a really close fight, like her fight with Watterson Gomes. I think Watterson actually won that match. It was really close. Then she went out there. She was looking good early, man. Her first round, like she won that first round clear as day. Then she just kind of fell off a cliff, man. So like that's the thing about Pinheiro. And she's been getting finished by Hebas, getting finished by Angela Hill by submission. I mean, you're getting finished by Angela Hill. Like, what's a girl like Robertson gonna do if she's able to get that takedown on you? I don't think Angela Hill has the best wrestling either. And Robertson obviously has terrible wrestling, but she's gonna stick to a game plan. She's gonna strike with you. She's durable enough on the feet, or she's not gonna give up on takedowns. Eventually, she's gonna get that takedown, and it's gonna be all over from there. So give me Pin Robertson by submission. I'll go like a second on submission for Robertson. I like Robertson here a lot. If this was a if Pinheiro had cardio, I would be like kind of scared of on Robertson. Yeah, seeing Robertson minus 350 is kind of crazy, but yeah, I think she's gonna win this one. She's just the better, has better cardio, durability, and way better BGG. I mean, she's one of the most dangerous girls when it comes to finishing fights at this weight class at 125, 115. I mean, give me G Robertson by finish ITD. Under 2.5 rounds, pretty live, I think. Under 2.5 rounds, 150. I like the under 2.5 rounds. Fight doesn't go the distance is also really good. Next fight on the card, we got Gerald Meerschaert taking on Renier de Ritter. I'm gonna go the Ritter here. I think he's a better all-around fighter. Now he hasn't been. He's making his debut at the UFC now at 34 years old. I mean, Gerald Meerschaert's been in UFC forever. This guy's like 12-9 in UFC. That's a pretty good record. He's fought pretty much everyone at middleweight, almost everyone. I mean, but yeah, normally he's like, we know what Gerald Meerschaert does, right? Normally he's losing fights early, like he can like come back and win if you start getting tired. I don't think it's gonna be the case with De Ritter. He's got more power on the feet. I feel like he's the better striker and is also probably the better all-around BJ guy than Meerschaert. I'm gonna go De Ritter. I think he's gonna be able to get that submission or like KO TKO. I think he's gonna finish this fight. De Ritter. Normally he's like the only time he's been finished was by the same guy, Malakin. Yeah, Malakin. He's like a triple champion in ONE FC. So that's not even bad. I think Malakin went on to fight for the heavyweight belt. Or was that heavyweight or like? Yeah, I think he's like a triple champion in ONE FC. So that's not even a bad loss. The guy's huge and really powerful. I'm gonna go with Ritter. I think he's gonna be able to get this one done by probably by like a ground and pound. I'll go TKO. Could be a submission. I mean, it's not like Gerald Meerschaert, even though he's got this really good submission game. It's not like he doesn't get caught up in submissions himself. The line seems crazy though. I mean, you're making your debut. Almost minus 300 for the Ritter. Over 1.5 rounds, minus 205. Probably goes over 1.5 rounds. I mean, they're both. I think the BG is gonna cancel each other out. It's probably gonna be a striking matchup. I mean, the Ritter, even though he hits hard, it's not like one punch power. Like, and when he's fighting, he's just the best opponent that he's fighting, other than Malakin. So, give me the Ritter to win. I'll say he finishes him later. Might go the distance too. I mean, you can win on score. He can win on the scorecards also. Next fight on the card, we got Ricky Turcios taking on Bernardo Sopaj. No, this is a fight that I cannot wait to see. No, Ricky Turcios is one of those guys like he's like a Victor Altamirano. He's good. This guy's not dangerous. I mean, he's just like throws pillow punches out there. He's a high volume striker, so he's gonna be throwing a ton of volume out there. Doesn't really have any like power behind that volume that he throws out there. So he's probably going to be outlanding Sopaj. I think Sopaj is going to be cracking his chin, hurting him, and he's going to be able to. I think Sopaj is going to be the more physically stronger fighter in this fight. And I like his striking, man. I mean, he fought Vinicius Oliveira, who's like huge, who's like 5'10" or 5'11". I think. Let's see how tall Oliveira is. And you guys remember Oliveira's Malak the week there. So yeah, he's like 5'9", I guess. He's definitely taller than 5'9". Seems like he's like 5'11" or 5'10" at least. Turcios is gonna be taller a bit, but yeah, I don't like Turcios that much, man. He's winning some of these fights because he's able to out scramble some of these guys and put up the volume out there. Um, yeah, I'm gonna go with Sopaj. I think he's gonna be able to take him down. He's gonna be able to land the better shots and maybe knock him out. I mean, Turcios is pretty durable though. I think he was knocked out by Marlon Martinez. You guys remember Marlon Martinez? He fought that a South African dude, Cameron Simon. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Sopaj. I think I'm gonna go Sopaj by I'll go by knockout, man. I'll go by Sopaj by knockout. Could go the distance. I mean, the Turks is pretty durable, but I'll say Sopaj gets that finish. Next fight on the card, we got Karolina Kowalkiewicz taking on Denise Gomes. No, this is a bad match for Karolina Kowalkiewicz. Absolutely brutal matchmaking by the UFC there. I'm gonna go Denise Gomes. I think this is gonna outwork her, land the better shots. Kowalkiewicz has a chin on her. This is really tough. Really durable. I mean, she's only been KO'd once at the UFC level. I think it's by who was it by? It was by Jessica Andrade. I mean, Jessica Andrade hits like a truck. So does Denise Gomes. But Denise Gomes, I think Kowalkiewicz is gonna be able to go the distance here. But I could see Denise Gomes really hurting her badly. But I think Kowalkiewicz should be able to go the distance here, and Denise Gomes is gonna be able to out wrestle her, scramble her, and land the better shots. I mean, Kowalkiewicz is a high volume striker, so if Denise Gomes gets tired out there, that's the only way she's gonna lose this fight. But I don't really see her losing this one. The odds seem crazy, but like the age gap is crazy. I mean, 24 years old to 39. Yeah, just the DC Gomes is a lot younger, so it's gonna be a lot hungrier. Carolina's already fought for their title against Joanna. Yeah, I'm giving Denise Gomes. If you want to throw in a parlay, I mean, normally you don't want to parlay ones of MF minus 500. Oh man, over 2.5 rounds minus 300. Damn, it's minus 300 for the over 2.5 rounds. Jesus Christ. Probably like sprinkle Denise Gomes by KO TKO. Plus 300 for Denise Gomes by KO TKO. There's definitely a chance, man, she can get that knockout. Because when you're getting older, I mean, you're not gonna be able to recover like you're able to recover when you're younger, right? So she's able to rock her. I could see her getting that finish. Next fight on the card, we got Cody Garbrandt taking on Mel Jones. Pretty good matchup by the UFC. Mel Jones is up and comer, trying to make his way to the top 15, whereas Cody No Love Garbrandt is former UFC champion. He fought had some big fights out there, and yeah, we're gonna see if Cody Garbrandt is washed or not. This matchup's gonna tell us a lot. Because even though he's winning some of these fights out there, like Figgy fight, I mean, that was just a bad matchup for him. He was looking pretty good on the feet, and he got taken down eventually. His striking was actually looking a lot better out there. So, but yeah, once he got taken down, it was pretty much over there. Then even that Keller fight, Keller is just that was just fucking Keller is done. He's not in these anymore, and Trevin Jones not in these anymore. He's losing fights in Cage Warriors now. Trevin Jones actually rocked him pretty badly, and then just I don't know, his fight IQ is just questionable. Garbrandt was able to win that fight by out wrestling Trevin Jones. And he was just scared to engage, man. So Garbrandt, if you have power, like Jamal Jones can have power here. If you can, like, if you have wrestling, like you can defend his takedowns, and you strike with Garbrandt on the feed. Man, it's gonna be a bad matchup for Garbrandt. I feel like I really still don't trust that chin of his. Give me Mal Jones to go out there, win. Does he find the knockout? I mean, I could see a world where he knocks him out. I'll go like Mal Jones by landing the better shots. I mean, landing leg kicks, maybe mixing in takedowns of his own. I think Mal Jones gonna have more ways to win here. Minus 145 for Mal Jones. So give me Mal Jones to win. Mal Jones by ITD for Mal Jones. I mean, is he gonna go out there and finish Garbrandt? If he goes out there and finishes him, I mean, he's definitely gonna be ranked in the top 15 then, or like he's gonna be close to the top 15. He's gonna be a top 20 for sure. I mean, so if he goes out there and finish Garbrandt, because only like the top guys have finished Garbrandt. Kai France, I mean, Davison Figueiredo, former 125 champion. Other guys like Tito Dillashaw, he was actually juicing for that one using steroids. Pedro Mullins was able to finish him 2019. Yeah, I'm gonna go Mount Jones to go out there. Just I think he's gonna beat him by decision. I like the Jones money line. It's not bad. All right, guys. Main event time now. Make sure you guys like, subscribe to the channel. We got Neil Magny taking on Carlos Prates. This should be a fun matchup here, and I'm obviously gonna pick Prates here. I mean, the striking is just night and day. Another level when it comes to striking. I mean, the Muay Thai, the kicks up the middle, though that left straight is a laser beam. I mean, that's gonna knock out anyone. I feel like at 170. Is Neil Magny gonna wrestle? Is he gonna clinch with him? That's the way he's gonna win if he clinches him for like 25 minutes and just beats him in the clinch. I just don't see that happening. I just don't see Neil Magny being able to clinch him. Now he was able to clinch Morales for a bit, but prior to his, like, he's shown that he can circle out of a clinch pretty well. Because Li Jingling was trying to clinch him and he was able to circle out pretty well. And the thing about Prates is like he's really patient, right? He's really patient. He takes his time. He's not gonna force the knockout. He's gonna let the knockout come eventually. He knows he's eventually gonna knock you out when he starts putting on pressure. And he's gonna take his time. And that left straight is a fucking laser beam, man. And he knows how to find openings. Give me Prates to go out there, find the knockout. I think he's gonna be able to find the knockout eventually in this fight. I'm gonna go Prates by like a second on TKO. I think first round's gonna be like he's gonna take his time in the first round, and then he's gonna turn it up in the second round. He's gonna find more openings. He's gonna track down Neil Magny, and he's gonna knock him out. So even though Neil Magny's been pretty durable, like he's only been KO'd 2-3 times at DC level, like that's not bad in 33 fights. I mean, that's not a bad ratio. But yeah, I think Prates is gonna finish him in the second round. Prates is minus 750. Now the thing about Prates is though we haven't seen him go like past the second, third round, right, at the UFC level. So I don't think he's gone past the second round. So he's finished everyone. He hasn't gone past the second round in the UFC. This was the second round KO, first round KO, second round KO. I think. Was that a second? I think that was a second round KO, right? Li Jingliang, yeah, it was a second round KO, and he was the first one to knock out Li Jingliang. Yeah, I think he's going to be another second on KO. So even if it just goes longer, I don't think Prates is going to gas out or give up on himself like Mike Malone. Even if he gets taken down somehow, like he finds himself on the ground, I don't think he's going to get like controlled or like get caught up in a submission. What the hell is Neil Magny submission? Let's see. Neil Magny plus 900. Okay, that's by decision. Okay. Magny by submission. Damn, it's not even that good. Plus 1,000 for Magny by submission. That's not even worth it. Prates by KO plus minus 300. God damn. You're probably gonna have to go under 2.5 rounds. Under 2.5 rounds, minus 2.5. Yeah, I think the under 2.5 rounds is probably the better play here. Yeah, give me under 2.5 rounds. Prates by KO. That's gonna be the pick. Hope you guys enjoy the breakdown, guys. Let me know what you guys think about the picks in the comments down below. And I'm gonna be live for this card, man. I wasn't able to do a live stream for last week. Had some stuff to do, so I'll be live for this card. I'm not gonna miss this card. I cannot wait to see Prates back and fight. Hopefully they're putting him in the main win, right? But I want to see him on a pay-per-view card. They shouldn't put him in the Apex. The way this guy goes out there and fights, man, he should never be fighting at the Apex though. But yeah, he's probably making a ton of money for this fight. And in the main event, headlining a card. His picture's gonna be all over the poster. So I guess they're building him up the right way, right? So alright, I guess so. I appreciate all the members again, man. All the members that are supporting the channel. We'll get back to the live streams, like normal live streams. I'm gonna be keeping up with the live streams more this week. So I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Take it easy, guys, and have a good week. And I'll see you guys soon. Later.